with actress and author and the latest celebrity fired by Mr. Donald Trump on the Star Celebrity Apprentice. Marilu Henner is here. Before we get into this, I just want to say things were going so well.
Oh my gosh, Task 9. I was the superstar.
All right, take a look, take a look.
Trace, give that to me again. New LG. It's the next generation 3D TV. Yeah. Oh, that's easier to remember.
Marilu can look at a script, and she has that memory where she can just read through a line a couple of times and then nail it in the scene. It's really uncanny.
Duh. They're for our new LG Cinema 3D Smart TV. The next generation 3D TV.
That was great.
Perfect.
Cut.
She's so good.
That was great.
It's like you've done this before.
Not my first time at the rodeo.
Experience. Directing Marilu was awesome. She was so good. I feel like it was no other actress we could have hired that would have done that role as good as she did.
Well, what? Okay.
What happened?
Well, you know, each task is different, and there's always a different set of skills that you need, and some tasks are blessed and some tasks are cursed. This one, task 9 about the LG screen, and we had to make a 60-second video. This one was definitely blessed, and things just came together. That damn 10th task where I was the project manager, not only were we facing a blizzard, but we had some very difficult pieces to put together, and Little John couldn't get his DJ equipment, Trace couldn't get his music. We had beautiful maidens showing up that Trace recommended, and the clothes didn't make it through, FedEx, and there were all these dramas, and we were just going down. And I looked at the card because we had to do a king suite. That was the task was doing a suite for the Barclays Center. We were given our choice of 5 different types. Penn took Joker, we took King. Well, it was Lisa's team, but Penn was, Penn took Joker, we took King. We could have tried to take Joker, but the Jack card was like the Joker card. Anyway, whatever, we took King.
Got it.
And one of the things was distinguished, gentlemanly, intellectual, and I thought, oh, what says that better than chess? So I had chess in the suite because we were desperate, and there was a chess place 2 blocks away. Anyway, I went down in flames because of chess, but that's the roller coaster of this game, and it's a TV show.
Don't they always, but they always blame the project manager,
yeah, they do.
right?
Yeah, when something doesn't work out, they blame the project manager.
Somebody's got to take it.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to take it.
The guys got a little sleepy, so it's fine.
What was that feeling like when Donald Trump says to you, Marilu, you're fired?
You're fired.
How did that?
Yeah. How did that? Yeah, well, I've only been fired twice in my life, and both times from Donald Trump, because I played the game.
Better stop doing that show.
It's like, as Dee Snider said, when people said, "Are you okay?" He said, "It's a fake job with a fake, fake fire for a fake job on a fake show." So it's a TV show.
Regardless, though, you hear those words, "You're fired," and I know you'd like to forget it, but I know you can't forget it.
No, I won't forget it. So, the first time was November the 8th of last year. The first time was November 1st. This time it was November 8th. I'm not doing anything on a Thursday. No project managing on a Thursday
at all. Is it getting, because you watch that show and you see the tension in that conference, in that boardroom. Is it pretty heated in there?
No, you know what's funny? The boardroom, first of all, is very long. So if you feel confident, if you feel like, oh, I've done my job on the team, and the project manager can't point their finger at me, you feel really like, oh, this is kind of fun, and I'm going to see how it plays out. And then if you're nervous, then it's like torture. But otherwise, it takes so long, because it's about 2 hours, sometimes longer, that it feels it's a lot more fun than people realize.
Well, when you get into arguments with each other, how much of that is really real, or is it staged for the show? Because
nothing is staged.
It gets pretty heated.
Oh, nothing is staged. Everything that people are saying, but people are strategizing. People are playing a game, so that a lot of times you'll hear people say things just to purposely try to take somebody down.
Do you take it personally when they say some of the things?
You shouldn't, because sometimes you watch the edits and you go, wait a minute, I was so involved in this. Oh my gosh, why didn't they? But they're telling a story, and they can't show everything anyway. Because what people don't realize is there are so many things that go on behind the scenes. I'll just give you an example. Okay. So first of all, you are never allowed to go with fewer than 2 people. It always has to be anywhere, to the bathroom, anywhere.
Really?
You have to go, and somebody will wait outside because they don't want
With-
people talking to one another. With cameras. Cameras follow you.
Cameras, meaning
cameras
two people
are
from
very
crew
involved.
or two people from the show?
From the show.
On
Like if
camera?
I'm playing with someone,
Okay.
you know, two people, you are not allowed because they don't want anything to happen that's not on camera.
Oh.
You know, nothing can happen. I'll tell you what happened the first time I did the show. The very first episode, I thought I lost a receipt, and that's like a big no-no because everything's got to balance out. And someone got fired on the original Apprentice for losing a receipt. So I whispered to Carol Alt, who was doing the show with me, I went, I can't find a receipt like this. Pretty soon, like, dun-dun, 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 the cameras start sharking around me. Dun-dun, 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 because they think like, oh, is this going to be the drama, right? So then I went, okay, what did I, okay. And then I called the place and I went, okay, it was at about 7:01 at night. It was the third cash register. The girl was wearing a flowered shirt. I bought this, this, and this. And they went into the cash register, found it, 7:01, whatever, and we got to do it. So that's where it came in handy.
Just for the audience, so you know, in case you don't know, Marilu, what is that condition you have in your head that you remember every detail from the time you were born?
It's called highly superior autobiographical memory.
Yes.
And so a
She
good memory
remembers
comes in handy.
everything.
But it's,
Everything.
She remembers the day I met her,
It's
which
like-
was a long time ago.
long time ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's really, the game is a game, but it's so much fun to play because I think what happens is that every person has to draw on their own skill set. And you find how, what you are like as a competitor. And even though it gets heated, we always say it's like Vegas. You know, what happens in the boardroom stays in the boardroom.
Well,
You let it go.
coming up later on, not only are we going to learn more about that in your book, but we're going to also share the recipe that you say will help people
Oh, yes.
with their
Prove your
own.
brain.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
know-
need a whole bucket of it. I swear.
It's a lot of superfoods. It's got beautiful quinoa in it, and so yeah, I'm very excited
Fantastic.
about
It's
it.
all coming up a little bit later on in the show. Be sure to tune in to All-Star Celebrity Apprentice this Sunday night on NBC at 9 o'clock, 8 Central.